everyone.
What's up guys, Unofficial MCU here, hope you're all doing well, and in today's video we are going to be discussing What If Season 4. Is it going to happen? What's going on with that? And a Marvel executive had recently officially confirmed the fate of the series. It's exactly what we're going to be discussing in today's video. We of course are going to go ahead, we're going to hop right on into it, break it all down for you guys with everything that we know and everything that we are anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing all types of Marvel related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Also, be sure to hit that little notification bell right next to it to be notified for when we have new videos dropping here on the channel almost on the daily. There is a lot of Marvel news to keep up with. It's exactly why we're here, is to keep you guys updated with everything, not just that, but also break it down for you guys. As always, I really appreciate all of the support. Okay, so in this video we are going to be taking a quick read from the Direct's article as an overall garnering source. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. One of Marvel's top brass confirmed the status of What If and its future. Is it going to have a season 4 or ever continue, or are they going to be flat out and done with its third and seemingly final season as it's kind of been marketed as many fans wonder whether a season 4 will ever see the light of day, whether that be next year or in the next 5 to 10 years. Will it ever happen? Utilizing a daily release schedule over the 8 straight days, Marvel Studios has delivered season 3 of What If in late December. Fans saw dozens of wild characters take center stage, including a closing montage with several wild variants that never came to fruition in the show. This season was the MCU's 4th project released in 2024, continuing the animated story that had first started back in 2021 during the Multiverse Saga's early days. And now with 26 episodes under the show's belt, the question of how long What If can continue is kind of up in the air now, and it seems that What If very well may be over now. Marvel Studios head of streaming television and animation Brad Winderbaum had confirmed the status of What If after the season 3 finale on December 29th. Speaking recently with the Geek-centric podcast, Winderbaum had commented on the series being an anthology first and foremost, and leaving an overarching narrative, especially for the Watcher. He further had commented on all 3 seasons culminating by the finish line, confirming that What If is officially done and ended with season 3. In terms of tying into the MCU, he had explained how the team looks to follow very closely the mythology that being set up for the multiverse, and keeping with every major event and the live action story aspect side of things then there as well. He reveals and says all of this here in quote, "We always looked at it as it's an anthology first and foremost, but that is what would have an overarching narrative, especially when it comes to the Watcher and his story as the Watcher and his struggle. Even though all 3 seasons culminate by the finish line, it is a slow burn and kind of keeps that anthological element of the story throughout. But if you look at the final episodes of each season as kind of a Watcher Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3, I think it does stand alone as a Watcher story. And in terms of tying to the MCU, we do follow very closely with the mythology that's being set up for the multiverse as and for the MCU unfolds. Whether it's kind of the revelation that the multiverse exists, or the idea that it's all now harnessed by Loki sitting in the center of the multiversal tree of stories, or, you know, as of to will be revealed over time, why this was the perfect moment to culminate What If in its 3rd season. Ending that quote right there. Really just a big explanation as of to we're satisfied with this really at the end of the day, and we're kind of done with this. It acts and kind of comes to a full conclusion by the end of season 3, and the overarching story being about the Watcher, watching these stories unfold in different variants and different multiverses essentially. Now further explaining the show status with Face Heroes Brandon Davis, Winderbaum also looked back on exploring different aspects of the universe through both Loki and What If. I love that he does mention a bit of Loki in there as well, like how the multiversal tree of stories does come together by the end of Loki season 2, and seeing how that might unfold on the big screen with the MCU in particular, and how that's going to kind of, flesh things out in the future when it comes to what if kind of scenarios, quote unquote, and not really so much to speak within this animated show. And additionally, by the time fans get to the end of What If Season 3, they will be able to see how it kind of all just balances out across the multiverse. He reveals and says more so about that in quote, "Yeah, it will. A good way to put it is, if you remember at the end of Loki Season 1, the sacred timeline essentially ruptures and blossoms into alternate realities. And then the next series out was What If, where we got to explore those different aspects of the universe. And then, frankly, the end of season 2, when he shows Peggy the multiverse, it's the tree of stories that we know Loki is sitting in the center of, without going into detail. I think by the time you get to the end of this season, and then over the next couple of years, as the multiversal saga reaches an exciting conclusion, you will see how it all balances out in a similar way. Ending that quote right there, really into the scenario as of to how What If, the animated show, is able to make small connections and small references to the greater, grander MCU, not necessarily so directly, but maybe indirectly, or a small kind of just reference, essentially, like it shows the tree of timelines, we know who's in the center of it, essentially, or how the way Loki season 1 ends with all these different realities beginning to rupture, essentially, we know what kind of goes into that next, and seeing more so about those different realities, which was What If season 1 at the time. And on top of these direct quotes, the Cosmic Circus's Alex Perez also shared a rumor during the end of What If season 3's run that while the series is ending, also marking the final MCU release of 2024, the story will continue in another way, essentially. And that's kind of where the rest of the greater, grander MCU multiversal story does come into play. So as fun as maybe a What If season 4 could or would be, it just is one of those things that isn't necessary, and something that they just don't see very fitting for where the MCU is exactly headed towards. Maybe we'll still see some of those multiversal realities and references in the future of the MCU, but for now, it seems that What If is at its conclusion. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial MCU. Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Different theories as well, I'm all ears. Let's discuss. I love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Leave a like on today's video, as it really does help out the channel. I really appreciate it. Stick around here on the channel, Unofficial MCU, by hitting that subscribe button and notification bell to be notified for when we have new videos dropping here on the channel, almost on the daily. There's a lot of Marvel news and craziness that has been going on. That's exactly why we're here, is to keep you guys all updated on all of it and explain it all. Also, check out our merch shop, linked in the description down below or to the channel. Also use codes Team Iron Man or Team Cap in all caps, depending on what team you are a part of, to get 10% off of your order. I'll be updating and dropping new designs on a regular basis, so make sure you check it out. It can make a perfect gift for someone else or even for yourself. With whatever way you support the channel, I really deeply do appreciate it. Whether it's simply watching today's video or purchasing one of our products, thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Peace out.